For you guys, it's 2 a.m. I have actually been contemplating, trying to figure out what I was supposed to say on YouTube today for you guys, because I hate that I feel like I come on here and I look like I'm like exhausted and tired. Same thing. I also understand that like my problems in life are also not, I would say, even like a fraction of what is going on in the world currently. I also know that I choose a lot of my problems, and also I know that there are a lot of people in the world that have it way worse than I do right now, and I should not even be on here complaining. So I'm trying not to. And I also struggle with, like, I think being so honest all the time, because I don't really see other people doing it. And I like sometimes will watch other people's content and I'm like, these people are really happy. And then I start to feel bad because I'm like, well, damn, like, I hope they don't see me as like this like depressing, like sad, exhausted person that goes to the gym at 3 a.m. But honestly, you probably do see me that way. And that's just kind of the reality of this phase that I'm in right now. I get screwed over a lot, and this is not to be, I would say, like making myself a victim by any means, but it's crazy, I would say, that, you know, I've gotten to this point and it feels like nothing. And it's the worst feeling in the world to, like, I would say, not be taken seriously by anyone. Yeah, and say these long nights like destroy me, to be honest. And I, during the day, sometimes don't even feel like I Miranda also goes to the most shit doing that.
Miranda's a very special person, and I think most of you guys watching this right now probably know that. And being in her life on a daily basis is
A lot.
no, it's an honor. Because I think sometimes we look at our life and we think, why isn't things going the way we want it to go? And again, 8 years ago, this is exactly where we wanted to be. So
I wanted to be sleeping by now, but yeah.
besides maybe asleep in a bed. When you want more from yourself and you want more from life, oftentimes you drive yourself crazy getting there, and that's what it takes. So if you can learn anything from this, if you're feeling crazy, if you're feeling lost, if you feel like you're giving a lot of effort towards your goals and it's not going your way, keep pushing. How you're feeling subsides, and the work you put in when you feel like shit always pays off. Promise you. All right, let's go do legs. Okay, about to make my pre-workout and intra-workout. I don't even want to call them a shake.
There's water bottles. In the pre-workout, I have some Himalayan salt, and then I got Ghost Size. This is their creatine and beta alanine, no caffeine, because 2 o'clock in the morning. And then in my second water bottle, which is empty, we're putting the Ghost Hydration Cherry Limeade stick. This is what I'll sip on during my workout. So you shop Ghost, use code Miranda. You like my oversized t-shirt, that's Gymshark, use code Miranda. In general, just use code Miranda. We appreciate you.
Okay, so our first movement today is a weighted hyperextension. Our gym has this machine called the Booty Builder. It's like a cable variation of the 45-degree hyperextension. We did a warm-up set of body weight for like 10 to 15 reps, and then we're doing 3 sets of 12 here. I like to think of this movement like a supported hinge. So your legs are supported, and you're really just focusing on how you're hinging your hips and feeling your glutes engage and isolate. The more you can focus on that hinge and feeling your glutes load as you come down, the better. You can notice when Miranda's going, she's keeping really good tension on her glute. You just watch her glutes as she does the negative. You're gonna see her glutes doing the load and not her lower back.
All right, so next we have hip thrust machine. Honestly, I have not barbell hip thrusted in a very long time, and I seriously don't plan on it anytime soon. Makes me really, like, not only hate myself, but it, like, almost, like, squeezes my organs and, like, liquids and, like, weird things, and I don't like it. It's, like, a movement I never honestly want to do again. So this is, like, a good replacement to say. I have bruises on my hips also, so we're gonna pull the hoodie down, and yeah, it was a fucking mess. Ready? Okay. Okay. And you'll notice when I do this that I'm really focusing on driving all the way down, and I try to, like, honestly, like, gauge my thought process. I'm like, okay, it's like, are the weights touching this, like, on the ground? And I try to, like, really shoot my hips up. You'll notice that. This is also not, I would say, light for 8 reps. They ever just, like, want to die at the gym?
Huh?
They ever just, like, want to die here?
Do I want to die here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I want to die in a gym?
Like here now, right now.
I don't want to die here.
Oh, I do right now.
No, I do not want to die.
What would they do, you know?
I'd take care of her.
You know, I think I almost feel bad, like, I feel, I'm a good cat mom right now.
Yeah, you are. You're literally the best cat. You're definitely, if you're succeeding at one thing, it's being a cat mom.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm gonna go hip thrust a bunch of weight. Let me know if my form's good.
Whatever.
Oh, fuck, that's heavy.
Yep. So the thing with Lucas is like, I'd say the key with doing, like, hip thrusts is make sure you have really tight spandex shorts on, and then just make sure you have shorts underneath that, because then if not, I would say you fly seal on. And you know, he wants to emphasize his very lean legs. I'm not sure why they're lean, but they've always been lean. It's like a weird thing. And
Why are you trolling me?
and you killed that set. That was fantastic.
Thanks.
You were like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Big leg Lucas is here. All right, so it's now 3:48.
340.
We don't ever get out of here at a reasonable time, because that's just not, it's not our path, Lucas. Like, I feel like we have to accept that. He doesn't have a mic on. I was just about to tell them, you know, he was in the background like, I don't have a mic on, Miranda. Like, I know. But yeah, so we're just doing the quad extension and seated hamstring curl, because this is all Lucas has me do for my legs, I would say. This is the key to success and growth. Introduce yourself.
My name is Caden.
Yes. He was very kind, and also just, you know, was able to, honestly, and I say this because I can't tell you how many times people have maybe noticed that we were here or something, and then they'll send a message, and then sometimes I never see it, and then I'm like an asshole. But I appreciate him stopping and just kind of saying, hey, you know, like he was trying, you know, you were trying so hard not to be like rude or anything. And it's really not rude. And I think that honestly, just me saying this online is good for people to know that, like, I'm not here, I would say, without support, you know? So it's like, that's the thing is I think that influencers get lost in obviously the sauce, but I'd say lost in the translation of feeling like very entitled for having people follow. And it's almost like, you know, but you're not here, you know, for your own self. You're here because you're, you know, people follow you and they support you and like they choose to do that. And I honestly wanted to, you know, talk about this on YouTube because I think that people need to see that it's actually very normal to have a conversation with people that do social media, because I think, again, people like to idolize people that do this. And I'd say we're just normal people, you know, like we're just obviously, has anyone ever said that you're toxic? No?
Toxic?
Yeah, for coming to the gym at this time?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, okay. So now we're friends now because now, you know, if I need to vent and he's here and I'm like, you know, guys, get called toxic all the time, like he now understands it, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I would say on a serious note, I really do appreciate you honestly stopping us. And I had a really bad day today. I mean, I started this YouTube clip really like, yeah, down, I would say. Yeah, down is a good way to describe that. And I would say I think this was a reminder from the universe that even on Miranda, the days that really just test your limits and make you want to chuck your phone at the wall, and on my head, I would say. I would say this was a good reminder for me today that I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm thankful, I'd say, for support and honestly any of it. So, but I also wanted to ask you too, because I think it's important too, again, for humans that want to get better.
Yeah.
If you had to give me, and honestly Lucas as well, because, you know, I would say we're kind of a tired team together. If you had to give like 3 pieces of feedback, like from your own perspective, he had mentioned that he watches some of the YouTube videos that we post. And it's important for me to understand that I can always improve, and I like to hear people's feedback. So if you had to give me 3 tips, or 3 pieces of feedback, or honestly just 3 things that you'd like to see more of me, like what would you say?
Yeah. Well, I think the first thing, like based off the conversation we just had, like I understand your motives, and like you told me that, you know, it's been hard to like keep those motives and like get support from it, and I think that like it just important to like keep in mind that the way you do shit is good, and it honestly is very relatable to a lot of people.
It's good.
And like I feel like it's the fact that you're in here at 3 a.m. with me, like that's more relatable than any other YouTube video I watched.
We actually talked about that too. Before like the camera came on, I just kind of said, I'm just very sarcastic. I just talk a lot of shit, but I said, yeah, well, anyone can go to the gym between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. I mean, it's, you know, I would say normal people do that, you know? So I was making a joke, and I'm not saying if you guys actually go to the gym at that time, like, believe me, like, I'm not, you're fine. Like, it's like, keep doing your routine. And also, like I was telling you too, and sorry for interrupting, I just want to make a point of it. You know, it's like we're coming here late, and it's like we're trying to be respectful of other people because, you know, not everyone wants to be in the background. And to be honest with you, like, I mean, I understand why people give us looks. I mean, I would, you know, look at myself too sometimes and be like, what the fuck are they doing in here? Like, who do they think they are? You know, and it's like, I understand that everybody doesn't relate to this era, I'd say, or just generation of social media and phones. And I mean, it's like tripods. I mean, I have like 4 tripods in my house.
Yeah.
I also want to make another funny comment because I had the maintenance guy come and he was fixing my blinds. This is really off topic. He said, and you missed the comment because you were doing something else on the phone, or so, I don't forget what you said. But anyways, he was walking out and he said, he goes, your tripods are really organized. And I said, you know, I'm like, what do you mean? And he said, oh, well, he said, normally, he said, when I come into someone's apartment, he said, I mean, he goes, I see tripods all over the place. He goes, ceiling, walls. He goes, and yours are always in the closet or like put away. And I was just like, what a weird thing to say. But like, I didn't really know what to say. And I was like, I mean, I got to be organized because this is the only thing that I have control over in my life. So I know, it's just a really funny thing. But yeah, so anyway, sorry to cut you off.
No, so, well, my second point would actually be that is, like, I understand why you would think like that makes a lot of people like uncomfortable. But from the same aspect, like from personal experience, I've been lifting for 3 or 4 years, and the idea of like posting and that type of thing has always been like a hard thing.
Yeah.
And
people see it as egotistical, right?
Yeah. So I feel like from the opposite perspective, like filming and being confident in filming in the gym, like almost also helps a lot of people that want to get into that. Like,
yeah. And that's, again, a good point for me, because again, it's like I go online and it's like, you know, I do see a lot of, I would say, positivity, but, you know, I think naturally by just humans, I'm constantly looking at the negative stuff. And I honestly, it's not even like it upsets me. Like that never ruins my day. I'll just say that. It doesn't ruin my day. But it's more so I read it and I'm like, okay, that's a perspective that I need to consider and like understand, you know? Because one thing I would say is I mentioned, like, I would say so he's actually 19 years old, you know, like the fact I think someone else is here, that's funny. That's where I am, 355. You know, the fact that he's 19, like in the gym, you know, like Lucas and I were doing this back in college at this time, doing crazy shit. Like we were doing like HIIT cardio things. Like if you actually scroll all the way down, like if you're really like bored one day, even you guys, if you guys are bored, just scroll all the way down. I'd say I still look high back then. I'm still tired. I'm always talking. I'm telling everyone like my life's hard. It's like nothing's changed, but like everything's changed at the same time. But yeah, there's like a couple videos where I'm in my full dance team makeup and we're getting after it for no reason. And that was like his third workout sometimes of the day. Just, you know, on our, you know, I didn't know how to work out. I mean, I actually have some really bad videos of you on Snapchat. I'll have to send those to you one day. But yeah, it's just, I forget sometimes that, you know, it is more encouraging than it is negative because again, you know, I'm always trying to think of everyone else because I don't, you know, again, I'm a very caring person and I don't want people to perceive me in the same way that I've horribly experienced other people, I would say. And so, you know, I wanted like negative feedback and you're being really positive right now, but I appreciate
negative feedback?
No, I mean, just feedback in general, because it's like, I think a lot of people have a hard time with negative feedback and it's like, you know, everyone always like, oh, I have to respect you to get, you know, it's like, no, you don't. You know, why can't we just accept feedback for what it is? Yeah. Because even if we don't agree, we can still learn something. I mean, I have DMs. I'm sure I could read and get feedback, and it's like, I'm not offended. Yeah. You know, I appreciate it because again, it's like I need to learn how to be adaptable and be better, and you know, and I have other goals outside of fitness too. So it's like if I'm getting into speaking, you know, I got to take that seriously. I can't be talking about, you know, take feedback and, you know, don't get offended. And then I'm like cry about it. I mean, I can't do that, you know? So if like you had one more thing, like, and something like for me to work on, like, what would you say? Like I could.
Okay, it's tied into this, but it's negative feedback.
Okay. I love that.
My negative feedback is basically, I feel like you're very focused on like the negatives and the type of people that don't understand your content.
Yes.
But like just always keep in mind that like there's a very large, and like the following you built are people that understand your content. There's another perspective that like you're kind of just focusing on the negative people that
What are you going to school for?
Finance.
Oh wow.
Finance, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like it's a really again, it's that was a good statement, because I think again it's I get wrapped up in, and we do too. It's like there's just so much to do, and it's sometimes so hard to like always be like, yeah, I have a great support system. You know, to be honest with you, I never really felt like I did have one, and I think that's also, it's almost like that imposter syndrome thing where it's like, you know, I felt like a loser for so long. And I've been shit on for so long, still, I would say, experience that in my own way. But I think that's the beauty of life, though, is like I think we all get shit on. But I think sometimes people let the shit actually like allow them to feel like shit, and then they stay, like they don't actually go anywhere. Yeah. And some people are actually fueled by it. You know, I think toxic people are fueled by doubt, like myself. And I actually have a YouTube video. One of my first ones was called Doubt, Food, and Arms. And I was on a mission, I would say. Still trying to figure out my mission. But yeah, anyways, guys, we were trying to make this video short. These YouTube videos are not going to be short. It's just, it is what it is, Lucas. I'm sorry. It's just, you know, like, I'm just me, you know, and like, if I have to accept everybody else for who they are, then I should just be able to talk, you know what I mean? You know, I'm going to say this right now. We never discussed me saying this. I think I'm just going to say it. 2024, I will have my own speaking event. And I'm talking about this right now because now I have to do it, because now this is going to be on YouTube. I don't know where it's going to be. I don't know. I would like it to be like springtime. There will be like a lot of planning into this, and I don't know how we're going to plan it all, but we're going to figure it out. It's time for me to, I would say, take a chance on myself, because I think sometimes I wait around for everybody else to give me a chance. And if I've learned one thing about my journey, I have to do it first, and then I get taken seriously. So we're not ending the video, right? We still have to work out. Okay. But yeah, so I would say stay tuned. Wait, should I not have said that? I feel like I shouldn't have said that. Fuck, I don't know, whatever. I don't even know what I'm doing. But yeah, if you've listened to my speaking or just rambling, I'm really passionate about speaking. And I think I'll be really great at it, actually. You know, I'll have a mixture of, you know, maybe some crying, maybe some laughter, maybe some dry humor, and then I'm just gonna talk aggressively and just be really honestly hostile, because I think that that's actually how speakers, honestly, I find the speakers that like are like when they're like, you know, you have to, you know, like when they do that stuff, like I'm like, oh fuck, like I gotta do better, you know? So maybe I'll do that. I gotta get better, you know? So anyway, yeah. And Lucas thinks I talk a lot, like right now. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, honestly, for
of course.
One, being in the YouTube video, and you know, this was a random special feature today that we were not planning on. I do not sleep. This is good. This is a good workout. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I'll shower before it gets to be 7 a.m. Anyways, I'm talking too much, but thank you seriously for being here, and I appreciate your support. And I think sometimes influencers don't acknowledge, I would say, the appreciation aspect. So seriously, thank you.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me. And also, again, I had the worst day. You guys know that, because I just looked like a fucking probably idiot. But I would not be here without people like you that would rather encourage me than to be negative. So thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I'm gonna get back to my quad extension. All right, so here we have the quad extension. You know what's funny, Lucas, that you're making me, I would say, talk about this, because the other day I'm like, hey, are we gonna film the quad extension?
I said no.
And he goes, he was,
Wait, no, you always film the quad extension. It's one of the easiest movements to do in the gym.
It is, but everyone does it wrong, so tell them how to do it right now. I've never seen a guy do this right. They all ego lift. So let's explain to them how to do it.
You know what's funny?
Quad extension, what?
I'm in a great fucking mood now.
I know you are. Let's do a quad extension.
But it was funny. Remember that one time I think I told you that I was at the other gym?
Yeah.
Remember?
On that guy would ask the superset.
There was 3 of them.
Yeah.
There was a group of guys, and they were hogging the quad extension, and like they were actually supersetting, and like there was always someone on it, and I was getting kind of like, I needed to go, and it was actually late. I think it was like kind of late, but I said, hey, like, do you mind if I superset in? Anyways, I supersetted in, and I was doing their weight, you know, so obviously like they were upset about it. And, you know, and they were like, oh, you know, the one guy was like, no, make sure you have good form. I'm like, form? I'm like, you guys are lifting your butt up doing this weight. I'm like, my hands are actually on the handles. And he's like, no, they're not. So then I had to do it again to prove that my point, you know?
Yeah.
And then they fell down.
So let's tell him.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Look, just let me be me.
Why didn't you be you?
He's just getting upset because he's like, oh, we're racking up minutes and this was supposed to be a quick, we're not.
It's not, I didn't want it quick. I just wanted you to go over the freaking tips for a quad extension. You have good form.
Okay. All right, so I'd say first things first, there's handles for a reason. You know, it's kind of like seatbelt, buckle up, but like you just hold on here. And I actually squeeze my glutes while I'm on here. But my glutes are not lifting, I would say. You know, we're not.
Putting yourself into the bed.
I'd say we're not doing this. I'm going to do it. We're not doing this. Wait, I don't know. Like, this is not, you guys, and I'm not being a bully. That's not a quad extension. That's a
hip thrust extension.
Yeah. So I'd say now me doing my set.
Notice you raise the weight to do it properly.
Heck yeah. Slowly.
So the big thing that I'll talk it over. She's grabbing the handles, pulling her hips down, glutes are on, and then as she extends up, watch her quads extend all the way up her quad. She's going from the TFL, fuck, I couldn't even, TKE, all the way up to the insertion of her quad inserts to the hip. Her entire quad is active. That is the point of pulling yourself down into the seat as you're doing the quad extension. We're trying to engage the entire quad and not just hit like the quad surrounding the kneecap or not just hit the upper quad. And you can tell that she's been doing this properly for a long time.
No, actually, I was actually to say no.
Big quads.
I don't think I felt this way for a long time, and I don't think that I actually connected like my mind to like here. And that was like a 2023 thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've always.
You've always had like, I'd say, you've always had like very thin, like not okay. I don't want to say thin legs, but like your face right now. You've always had like legs with minimal fat, and it's like not made sense to me.
Athlete.
Yeah, like I'm supposed to be that. You know what I mean?
I'm an athlete.
Okay.
Now watch me do it. Oh, let's go forward here.
I'd say the key that he's, I would say, focusing on is, I'm not really sure, like, with your feet, what you do to get.
So I like to point my toes. Because when
you're not pointing, you're just keeping them flat.
No, but I am. I'm actually pointing them very hard. No, that's not pointing. You're really overextending my toes. So I like to point my toes when I do this, because when I point it, I get better engagement with the muscle that surrounds the kneecap. And that's to help stabilize your knee and protect your knee. And that's why.
And I'd say the key thing too here is like, make sure you don't put lotion on your kneecaps, because that will actually help you do the weight, I would say, a little bit easier. So that was a great thought.
Kneecaps are ashy.
Look at you. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Men, please moisturize. Please, like, I would say after the shower. Like,
hey, comb your hair after the shower.
No, we can't talk about that.
Can't talk about that?
Yeah, you're gonna get embarrassed.
We're done.
So Kaden, that we were just talking to, he was gonna walk home. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, like, we're not doing that. So he said, we'll drive you home, you know, and I said, oh, okay, all right, I'm just gonna go do some more. So he's like, right now, like, doing some more exercises. Like, I would say he's 19 years old, like, that's the energy.
That's the energy you need.
I would say that it takes to actually, like, get somewhere in life, you know, and no one talks about that.
No.
So, respect, honestly. All right, so Lucas, if I didn't know how to do this, let's go back to personal training. If you guys didn't know, we used to be personal trainers, AKA, what would you say my title was back then?
You were the boss.
I was like,
I suck.
No, I would say I was like the cheerleader.
Like that. Doesn't matter. I was more like the form. I'm gonna push you. We're not gonna talk. I'm probably gonna look angry. You're gonna complain about me later, but you're gonna have a good workout. That was me.
Yeah. All right.
Which happened pretty more often than not.
Okay.
So big thing. Her hips are against the back of the seat.
Why?
Why? Because when you're doing that, we're situating your legs so we can isolate the hamstring better. I prefer the seated over the lying because you can engage the entire hamstring as a whole. At least for me, like I can feel the engagement better. First, we're on a lying hamstring. I feel it more in my calf ham insertion. Which on the seated ham curl, you can feel that hamstring engagement more at the top of your hamstring where it inserts into.
Yes, but you have to. I would say the big thing for me is like I have to like again like I would say I'm sitting flat now and I'm actually squeezing my glutes like on there. I'm like I hope like they can see that.
They can.
You know. And I'd say too like if we could. It's like give an explanation of like the feet thing.
Dorsiflexing your toes. On there, you saw me point my toes. We're dorsiflexing our toes.
And I should probably explain my foot thing where it's like.
We didn't explain your foot thing. She has fucked up feet.
Oh, excuse me.
She do. Dancers.
On my feet.
We're dancers.
No.
Like the pad. I don't want to say people. I see a lot of people put it like mid calf.
I get a burn there if I do that.
I like mine more so right between the ankle, like in the sock. Like I would say like that's like right, if you can hit the back of your Achilles almost.
Like if you can just have your, I would say not your heel on here.
Your Achilles.
Yeah.
Your Achilles on the pad, you're gonna get better engagement with your hamstring.
Because again, it's like you're not trying to do a calf raise or a shin raise or a shin roll. You're trying to, like when you're extending down, I would say like you should be able to almost touch this. Okay, you know what? I let you say your terms. I'm just, speaking here, all right? But I just think this is important because like when I'm going down, this could almost touch here. you know, and I'm feeling it, I would say, like within my glutes and my ham the entire time that I'm doing this, you know.
You're gonna notice too, so she's gonna curl and she's gonna squeeze at the bottom, and that's where you're gonna get that engagement up here.
Yeah.
So we're going, you're gonna see you get a full stretch. She comes in, squeezes, and you're gonna see that's where she's gonna hit the hamstring insertion more into that glute. That squeeze is the big aspect to focus on. Especially if you struggle building your hamstrings. A lot of these tips and cues are gonna help you more if these are stubborn areas for you to build and grow. If you get good hamstring engagement as a whole, most likely than not, you don't need to focus on all the cues because you already engage well. But if you struggle, which a lot of people do on different movements, you gotta focus more on how you're doing the movement and how your muscles are engaged.
And also too, I used to train a lot with like my feet always like really wide. I was saying my legs really wide. God, what is my hair right now? Are you kidding me? Jesus Lord. Looks like a tornado. But yeah, I would just say that you notice like his feet are a little bit more wider than mine. I think that
that's because I have wider hip width.
Well, I just feel like I'm all legs, you know?
Well, I'm wider this way.
But I would say he does it his wider, and I would say I do mine a little bit closer. So you have very defined legs, Lucas.
Thank you.
Yeah. Has anyone ever told you that?
No, you've told me 3 times today, though. The first 2 were jokes.
Yeah, but there's always truth in jokes, you know what I mean?
There is.
Yeah. That's why they're funny, you know?
I guess so.
It's like crazy though, I'd say, like, he just kind of like reminded me of like when we used to do this shit.
For real.
Like nothing's changed though, you know?
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost done, guys.
Would you say you care about me as a person?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why would you let me have my hair like this? You just thought that was like all right?
I'm just accepting you for you.
Like, I would say I already embody the word mess. I don't need to look like one all the time.
I apologize. I'll do a better job.
So you have roles in life, and it's to look out for me.
All right, I will do that.
Yeah.
So this is our last movement of the day. We're doing...
Why are you looking down at it?
I don't know. I'm looking at the fan. I was making sure you were centered.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is our last movement of the day. We're doing a Smith machine quad focus squat. We have a little, it's from Prime. It's a slant that we can put our feet on. So it's gonna help us engage our quads a little more. We're gonna do a slow tempo down. We're working a full range of motion.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. We only work full range of motions here.
No, why can't we do like...
Because if you don't work a full range of motion, you know what you are? Soft.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna do a full range of motion. We're gonna do 4 sets of 5. And we're gonna move some heavy weight to finish off this workout.
You know what I'm like concerned about? People thinking we're bipolar in this video.
Oh, for sure. The more that it gets early in the morning, the more I wake up.
I would say that's what a real mammal is, right? They sleep during the day, or
A real what?
aren't we like? Is that considered to be a mammal?
No,
Nocturnal.
nocturnal.
And I'd say this is why I didn't go to school. I'm just kidding. That's good. I'd say amphibian. What's the other ones? Amphibians and reptiles and
Mammals.
mammals. We're mammals, right?
Yes.
Daisy's a mammal.
Yep.
How many?
5.
5?
Yep.
Why are we doing 5?
Because we are.
So that's just like really random, but okay. Did you just make that up?
Nope.
Did you put more weight on here?
Nope.
Yeah, you did.
It's 135.
All right. I swear to God.
Good. When she's squatting down, notice how her knees push in front of her toes. This is how you know any leg movement is quad focused. If your knees push over your toes, you're loading your quad. You can also tell she's still engaging her glute, and she's still staying in a straight line with the bar path.
Yeah, this fucking sucks.
And yeah, this fucking sucks, I know. Okay, this is gonna be heavy. Last set, best set, guys. Last set, best set. We're going to failure. Let's get it.
Think about you all day, mommy. I know take you on a holiday, mommy. Say what's on your mind, I'ma call away, mommy. Come and rescue me. Whoa. Take me
Come on.
take me out the trap. Take me off the mark. Take me off the map. I'm trying to hit the group chat.
I'm out. That's it.
All right, we're finally done with the gym, and we are not gonna let our new friend here walk home. Do you actually do that on a regular basis?
Oh yeah, pretty much every day.
That's crazy.
This is a far walk, bro.
Yeah, this is scary.
Is this one right here?
Yep.
Look
Oh
at
wow.
that.
Oh, this is a dorm?
This is it.
Oh wow, you're bringing me back here.
This is
Wow.
University of Tampa.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, hey, we appreciate you.
Yeah, no, thank you
and-
so much for everything. It
Yeah,
means a lot to
and
me
please
too.
just try not to walk at night. That's really scary.
We're here. We're here. I'll always give you a ride.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Hopefully
man. I
we see each
appreciate
other
it.
again, and
Yeah.
I'll talk some
yeah,
more
if you're
shit.
in there
you know?
too, you'll definitely see
Oh,
me.
for sure. I
you'll
mean,
see us.
that's how we get the YouTube content.
All right. I'll see
All
you
right.
guys.
Have a good
Bye.
night or morning.
We appreciate you. Bye.
When I get home.
Do you have any words?
Do I have any words?
Yeah.
Um,
I think we should be positive. I think that was like the
I have
feedback.
good. So I have good words.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
That kid was a good kid.
Fuck yeah. I'm proud of him. I don't even know him.
He made my day better.
He made my day better, honestly.
He was put in our life for a reason.
Today, yeah.
Help us realize that, you know what? A bad day is not a bad day. A bad day is a good life. Wow. Alright. I don't know. We're going to drive home. Miranda, do you have any things to say?
Of course I do. I'm always talking. Yeah, did not have a good day. And I would say, if I don't have a good day, Luke is definitely not having a good day. You know, because normally I keep it together, so I would say I'm kind of like the lock on the Ziploc, and you're the bag. So it's like, I feel like when the Ziploc can't lock, we're fucked. So, I'm not sure where I pulled that from.
I don't know.
No idea. But yeah, I would say just to wrap this up again, I'm very grateful for this interaction. And I'm very tired, but it was just, honestly, it was just really nice to see a young kid in there. Like, there was a couple kids actually.
There was two.
And actually, I was like, kind of mad.
You weren't mad, but we were just shocked they were there. Cause like again,
yeah, because I never know with filming. It gets to be like sometimes people just don't like to be like on camera.
People sometimes stare, but you don't know why they're staring, and it's hard to like. You can infer, but you don't know. So
Well, I didn't think that. I didn't.
No.
think
I'm just saying in general. Like people stare, and it's hard to know. And sometimes they stare because they know you, and sometimes they stare.
No, like no one smiles.
Yeah, and
it's almost like
honestly, he came up and he smiled and he shook my hand, said hi to you, and introduced himself. And he was super nice, and it was like, wow, like okay, you're for a 19-year-old, like you.
He has more manners.
You carry yourself very well.
Yeah, I say he has more manners than people our own age. You know what I mean?
Glad we could give him a ride because that was actually not a mile walk.
What is he talking about? He would have got home at like 9 a.m.
Not 9. It would have taken him like 30 to 40 minutes.
I mean, whatever, but
so I'm glad we could give him a ride home.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think sometimes we get so caught up in like the negative things, and sometimes like things just don't flow. And I was just telling him earlier this week, I'm like, we gotta stop doing these workouts in the middle of the night, and like we're still doing them, and that's just really how the day goes right now. And yeah, I'm very thankful for this today. I really do think this was a sign from the universe to remind, like, hey, like, you know, Miranda, I know you get really overwhelmed sometimes, but like you're on the right path. And again, I told you this off camera, but I said, like, isn't it crazy? Like people actually watch the YouTube videos. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to my damn self. I'm like, I don't know what people think anymore, you know.
I mean, you literally are just talking to him.
I know. I'm just talking to myself. And I've actually gotten so good at talking to myself now. I don't shut the fuck up. And then he'll be behind the camera like, Miranda, come on. You know, he's doing a lot of this. You know, he didn't have a mic, and he's like, okay, Miranda, you know. I'm like, man, just let me be. I'm in a good mood now. But yeah, I don't know. Today was really fun at the end. Not the other stuff, but the ending was alright. And if you have watched this far, thank you. You know, I don't know sometimes, again, how we're perceived on here. You know, I don't know sometimes how the attitudes are taken, but, you know, man, it's just like, we do this shit every day. And it's not sunshine and rainbows.
Well, life's not sunshine.
No.
I think anyone that goes online and constantly presents a very uplifting, positive attitude, either faking it or they're just afraid that if they don't show that people are gonna look at them differently.
No, I just think a lot of people are actually afraid to be vulnerable. And I find...
Vulnerability is strength.
Okay. Yeah, Lucas. Again, you know, so you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, you might be here because of the way I look, you know, initially. You might be here, I don't know other than that. I don't know how you even say that, but I think you guys stay here for my mind. And I'd say for, like he was, you know, telling us, how do I pronounce his name again? Caden. Okay. I feel like that's like a new generation name.
Depends on, I mean, I don't think so, but...
Oh, okay.
I feel like he spells it with a K.
Yeah, or a C. Oof. I'm actually, I would say, so vulnerable on social media that if you were to meet me in person, you're gonna get the same Miranda. Kind of all over the place, very caring and loving.
Talks your ear off.
I will talk to you so much that you might end up hating me. You know? I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I just care about people. You know, I think I think caring about people is way more important than caring about money. Because I think when you care for people and you can put, you know, I would say others before yourself, I think when you do that repeatedly, you know, it doesn't have to be talked about. I would say that there's so many things I do personally in my own life that I'm doing things like out of kindness, and it's not on camera, it's not for filming, it's not for any of that, because it's just, to me, like that's the right thing to do. And I think that there's sometimes like you know, intent behind those actions, and I think when you repeatedly try to put good energy out into the world, I think, you know, the universe eventually pays you, you know, for your kindness. And yeah, that was really nice. I'm just gonna wrap this up because I'm talking too much, but I got food to eat. We've got hair to brush. Lucas is also gonna brush his hair.
I have 2 meals in.
And yeah, seriously, guys, I hope I say this enough, but thank you for being here. Seriously. Again, I think I get so caught up. I'm like, I don't know who's watching, what we're doing, but we're doing. You know, I'd say we're doing something. So, not sure what that means, but thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like. Hope you guys like the tips. We were definitely way more in the tips when we were happy.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that. We'll be better. Bye, guys.